Welcome to Unity of Tacoma, and my name is Stephan Plummer, and I'd like to start with this song, Our God is an Awesome God. So please sing along with me if you know it. Our God is an awesome God, it reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God, it reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. When the sky was scarlet in the void of the night, God is an awesome God. God spoke into the darkness and created the light. God is an awesome God. Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, love and power that is never ending. From this love we all are descending. God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. It reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. It reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Well, you can name it, you can claim it, whatever you want. God is an awesome God. Speak your words and manifest your thoughts. God is an awesome God. Claim your good, then you will receive it. Speak your word, then you must release it. You're gonna see it whenever you believe it. God is an awesome God. Sing it. Our God is an awesome God. It reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. It reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. It reigns. It's the universe in wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God.
Thank you. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you, Stephan. I don't even have to say anything now. It's like we are inspired, and that is all. Good morning and welcome to Unity of Tacoma. I'm so glad that you're here today. My name is Reverend Lori Erwin Johnson, and I am the spiritual leader for this morning, and I go by the pronouns she and her. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. We're so glad you're here. You get to see Stephan, and you get to hear everything she has to offer today. And so I'm so excited that you joined us, and if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. It's so nice to see you. We're so glad you're here this morning. So welcome. Stephan Plummer, that was my musician, and she's going to be with us the entire time. So welcome, welcome. We have her every month because she's awesome. And so we're going to hear some more from her in just a minute. Today we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have more of a discussion than a sermon today. Usually when you go to a church, you expect the minister to stand up and say, well, this is how life should be. But today we're going to have a little bit more of a discussion where I'm going to pose some questions and you're going to think about it, and then we'll move forward with the message. So hold on to that as we go into the service, because we're going to bring that back around when we get to the time for the message. So our first thing we do when we start our service is we recite the prayer for protection. If you know the words to the prayer for protection, please repeat them with me. And if you don't know the words, it's a beautiful prayer. Just sit in prayer and listen. It's a wonderful, beautiful prayer. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And as we're sitting in prayer, let's just take a minute to settle ourselves, to center ourselves, to bring our attention within, and know that we are sitting here with the divine light, with each and every one of us carrying our own individual lights, creating this wonderful flame for the whole entire world to experience. And just sit with that understanding that this is the right place to be. This is the right time to be in this moment. What happened yesterday, what's going to happen tomorrow, they're not relevant right now. Right now is where you are. And this attention that you put towards your spirituality, for growth, for enlightenment, this is your time. Take the time. Appreciate the time. This is your time. We're so grateful for this opportunity to be together, to be able to experience this time in the present moment, to share our lights with each other. And we know with so much certainty that we are where we need to be, and God is here. There is no place that God is not. So let's take this understanding out with us into the world today and share it with everyone, knowing that our lights shine no matter where we are or what time of day or who we're talking to. We are the light in the world. And so it is. Amen. I'm going to have Stephan come back for some more music, and then we'll come back for our message.
This song is called There's Only One of Us. And I was thinking, because there's a busy road right out here that you can't see right now, but I think somebody was playing Molly Hatchet on their CD player or something. So, yeah, it's a rockin' place down here, so come and join us sometime, Make it out. It's a really beautiful venue. So this song is There's Only One of Us by, I just sang with her at a Silmar, so Melissa Felipe wrote this. Yes. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. You are my reflection. There is only one. You are my reflection. There is only one.
That was gorgeous. That's a beautiful song. I've never heard you sing that one before.
Melissa Felipe, she writes beautiful songs, and she's a beautiful person.
Oh, wow. It's gorgeous.
Really
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, thank you.
So our affirmation for today is I speak about God. I speak to God. and I speak as God. I speak about God, I speak to God, and I speak as God. Our reading for today is written by someone I couldn't find the author. So unfortunately, I can't give him credit. But I would like to read it because it was very inspiring. The goal of evolutionary enlightenment is not merely a personal attainment in which the individual has reached a higher state of development or has access to a higher state of consciousness and lives in the awareness of a higher perspective. The goal is to transcend the individual and collective ego and attain all the above principally so that one can connect and interact with others in the same place, in the same time, in the same dimension. When we have the powerful and life-transforming experience of not only transcending the ego, but interacting with others from that space, even if only temporarily, a communion of the authentic self occurs. In this communion, we experience a revelation as we enter into an ecstatic state, where suddenly everything begins to make sense. We recognize in a way that nothing less than dramatic who we really are, why we are here, and how being the human beings that we already are fits perfectly into this stream of collective process. As it is occurring in this moment, it's like dying and going to heaven with your eyes open. And our spiritual lesson for today is from Lao Tzu. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. When I was very young, going to church, what I remember most, and there are a lot of things that happen to church. You know, if you've ever been part of a church, you know there's lots of things. But what really stands out in my mind is that we did a lot of outreach. We had a lot of projects that involved giving to those who are in need of something, whether it be gathering clothes for those in need. But what I remember was my mom would go to the church or the school auditorium because it was bigger than the church basement, especially during the holidays on Thanksgiving and Christmas, to be able to create food baskets for those who are in need. And part of our jobs as kids in the church wasn't because we really didn't understand why we were doing what we were doing, but we were supposed to put the vegetables and the different ingredients together in their little categories. So all the cans of vegetables went one way, and all of the stuffing and dressing mix went one way, and then all of the other things like bread in another pile. So that was our job. We thought it was really important. We were young, but we didn't realize the impact of what we were doing. We just knew that we had a job and that we were supposed to do it, and Mom said so. So that's why we did it. But I still remember how important it was to me because my mother would talk to me about it and say, look, we are doing this because there are people out there who don't have what we have. They don't have even meals to eat on Thanksgiving or Christmas or even any day of the week. So when I was putting peanut butter into a basket, I was like, this isn't Thanksgiving. It's because they didn't have enough for every day, let alone on the holiday season. So it was enough for us kids to know that we were doing what we needed to do and that we were trying to help someone else. Now, my parents, they weren't very well off. And I remember a few times growing up where we ourselves were in need of food. And when my dad was especially laid off from work, he worked as a pipe fitter down at the Tide Flats. So at that time period, work was either they either had all kinds of work or they didn't have any work at all. So there were times when my dad didn't have any work, so he was on unemployment, which didn't give us enough to be able to buy food. Fortunately, we lived in what I called the family compound on Madison Street here in Tacoma, where we had an extended family who lived with us in the neighborhood. So that entire block was made up of people that I was related to. So if we were in need of something, we could just go next door or down the way a couple doors and get what we needed, and it sustained us. So we had this extended family that we were able to assist us, and also in times when they were struggling, they were able to come to us, and we could provide what it was that we had. So we had this really wonderful resource, and it was something that I remember, something that means something to me today, because I believe that people don't have those kind of resources anymore. Extended family is something that we don't have. And some people don't have even friends and family that are close to them. They don't have family near that are able to help them if they are in need of having some eggs, or they're out of milk, or they have no bread and they can't afford it until payday. And this means that we here as a spiritual community, really as an understanding of consciousness as a way of prosperity and being able to give, that we have somewhat of a responsibility to be able to be the extended family for some of those people in need. And yes, Sundays are wonderful times to socialize, and they're wonderful times to hear the messages, and they're wonderful times to hear music and really get into the Spirit. But I also believe that where we are in our evolution of consciousness, that we are in a space that we can transcend just not just me and not just we, but we need to work into a more universal consciousness where we are including all of us in the community. And I believe that we here at Unity can become unity in the community, that we do not need to be behind the doors of a building any longer. We can move out into the community, and there is a new paradigm that is being birthed. It's not something that is new per se, but it is something that we are awakening to, that is necessary for moving along and moving and surviving in this world, even in this modern day. In our modern culture, we find that it's not much different than it was when I was growing up 50 years ago, when we just know that they don't have the same kind of resources that we have. They don't have the family that we had, that I had. They don't have the ability to just walk next door and say, "Can I borrow this?" This is a different way of living today, but they still struggle the same way we did. They just don't have the same type of resources that we did. And the pandemic has brought this to light, really, because there are different problems that have happened, not only from the isolation, from being in the house and not being able to leave, because that in itself can bring on depression and decreased well-being, and a sense of the isolation can make them feel less satisfied with their lives. Of course, they're alone. They feel lonely. Not to mention that the pandemic has disproportionately affected those who are in poverty situations, those who are older, those who live alone, those who are one-parent households, and then, of course, the children from those households. They all experienced this extra stress from the pandemic, and we are coming out of this pandemic in a space where, what do we do now? There are still people who are struggling. There are still people in need, and how do we, as a consciously developing community, being able to help in these circumstances? But what I did notice is that the pandemic did show us that people really do care. There are people, I know people, that the neighbors that couldn't get out, that couldn't get to the grocery store, that you could leave them what they needed on their step, or if they were sick or in need of medicine, they could go to the store, or you could call Uber or whatever, and they could, and to be able to get what it is that they need. So the pandemic has opened up this opportunity to be able to help, and a lot of people did, and it's so enlightening. It feels so good to know that there are people out there that actually care. The problem is that the last couple of years, almost 2.5, almost 3 years now of this pandemic, that we are still here, and people are still struggling. People are still hungry. There are people on the street who are still in need. One of the things that I lost from the pandemic, in addition to a lot of other things, is that I lost the ability to be able to help the homeless. And what we used to do is we used to be able to get together once a month, and a bunch of us from different different churches, so it wasn't just from a specific church, and different organizations. So we had Girl Scouts and others that came in to donate their time, and just people who were interested in helping would come and make sandwiches for the homeless. And not just the homeless in general, but the unsheltered homeless population. So if you're unfamiliar with that, what that means that the homeless population that do not go to the shelters to stay, they usually live in encampments or they live on the street. They don't go to shelters to get help. So we had some wonderful volunteers from another church organization and a bunch of other organizations that would go out with these sandwiches and the water bottles and give them to the people who are living in these encampments. And it seemed like a very small act on my part because it was only 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, I believe it was. And but what it made me realize is that leadership in a spiritual way is not necessarily about standing here and telling you about the gospel or telling you about the different inspirational spiritual messages I could give you. It's also my responsibility to understand that my consciousness extends beyond the walls of the church and out into the community where there are people in need of not only filling their spiritual cup, but they also need to fill their physical cups as well to be able to eat and to live and to survive. And as a spiritual leader, I believe it's part of my responsibility to be able to ease the suffering. Not just the people here, not the people who pray like me, not the people who look like me, not the people who live like me, everyone. And so I feel this special call to be able to move out into the community from where we are, to bring the beauty of unity out into the community. We transcend, like the reading said, the individual and collective ego so we can connect and interact with others. And from that space, it's not about me, and it's not about we in the room. It's not about we on the live stream. It's about everyone in the community. It's an all of us kind of mindset where we need to realize that we are more than just here, just us here. We need to see. And in the song, it said, we're a reflection of each other, no matter if we know that person or not. And this is the idea of what the kingdom of heaven is like, or what nirvana is like, or what enlightenment is like. It's getting into a space of prosperity of a higher truth. And helping others get there is the next step. If you're familiar with Fowler's stages of faith, you know that people go through specific stages in their lives where they are a certain type of religious space. It's not a personality per se, but it is a stage of faith that they go through. Just like in your personal and physical development, you learn how to crawl and then you learn how to walk. Well, in Fowler's stages of faith, they also have the same spiritual development process. And I believe that churches as an organization also follow this same development. And I want to tell you a little bit about that and how I see Unity of Tacoma as a development in that stages of faith model. So we start out as infants, human beings. We rely on the people around us. We rely on people to tell us what to think and how to be, and we really don't know what we're doing if it wasn't for the foundation. So here at Unity, we started off with the foundation of the teachings of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, and that's where Unity started. And so the church that started here in Unity of Tacoma used that foundation that came with Myrtle and Charles, such as the prayer process they use, affirmative prayer, prosperity, development, and those kinds of things. Those all came from Myrtle and Charles, and we still embody them with our spiritual teachings today. But as we know, as spiritual people and as human beings, we move on from those early developmental stages. We have moved on from where we are influenced by our founders. We now moved into a new phase, which is more ministry-centered, where we are looking at, we have leaders who are telling us what we should believe and organizing us into community groups and creating this wonderful environment. And Unity of Tacoma was like that. We had wonderful leaders over the years, several wonderful leaders over the years that led Unity of Tacoma on a way where people were able to gather and enjoy and celebrate, and that is wonderful. And that is kind of an adolescent stage, if you're to look at it from a Fowler Stages of Faith process. That we are enjoying our lives, of course. We want to. And everyone needs to do that. But as we get more mature in our spirituality, we realize that we go from this wonderful area of community and community building and listening to your leader or the minister standing here. You go to a place where you start to build your own understanding of faith. And that is when you grow up to an adult. When you get to an adult phase, you start looking at your own personal spiritual development. How are you as the person developing? And when you get to that stage, you start looking at, do these teachings that I've been subscribing to my entire life, are they something that works for me? And so you start looking at it and you drop some things and you pick up other things. You become more aware of what what religions are doing. And so Unity has incorporated some of the things from other religions that we obviously take in Buddhism, and I just use Lao Tzu as an example from Taoism. We believe that those are all valid. So Unity has gone beyond just what Charles and Myrtle Fillmore have told us. They've moved on to a new space of development where we have gone from this wonderful celebration of community to learning how to come back to our own and to learn where we are as individuals. And the pandemic has really forced us to do that. We were community-led. Now we are back to 3 years of monkhood, where we are all in our homes and trying to relate our spirituality from there. But as we come out of this pandemic, we have completely matured, I believe, as a Unity of Tacoma, that we have grown completely up and we have gone beyond the adult stage into a stage of wisdom. And Fowler would call that a universalized space of faith, where we've gone through all the stages. We have taken on the basic teachings of Unity, and we have expanded that and taken on the ministry, and we've learned how to become an organization that has worked and is giving to ourselves and feeds us. And then we've learned how to be able to develop who we are as individuals. And now we've come all the way to full maturity, where we know at this point that we need to expand, that we need to give to those people in the community that don't know about us. It used to be that people would learn about church and we would tell our friends next door, oh, I got this wonderful church, and they would go because they wanted to check it out. Now, because we have the internet and we have live stream, and we have all other things, we can reach people in other ways. They don't have to come here to be part of our community. So we need to move outside of the walls and get out into the community and give the love and attention and advice, not advice, but just support to those people who are in need. And I believe that Unity has come to a place where we can do that. And we can come to what's called a mission-centered ministry, where we are out in the community doing what we can with other people, sharing our light, love, and compassion with others who are in need, who are not in the same place as us, and we are okay with that. We are not going to them and saying, you know what, I can't help you because you're not part of my group. And I have been part of groups, or I've not very long, but I have tried groups that were like that said, you know, if you're not part of my group, then we can't help them. That's not the case. You don't have to be a member of Unity of Tacoma to experience what's happening here at Unity of Tacoma. And I think us as members need to be able to go out into the community, to be able to touch those who need it and give inspiration and support to those people who don't have it. And so I would like to see us as we move forward as a church, and it's my vision to be able to invite and to be part of the community, and not just our Unity community, because of course we still have that, but I would like to see us expand where we are out in the community, unity in the community, where we are talking and being, and not evangelizing, but actually really loving and supporting and giving kindness for people who are in need of that. And I would like to really see that really expand for us. We need to get to a point where we are walking our talk. We have been talking about how we love and have compassion and kindness, and we really at a place where we have developed our loving kindness. Now let's share it. Let's get out there and show people and let them know that they are loved no matter who they are, in whatever circumstance they are in. That is the important part of our spiritual development. When you become fully mature as a spiritual being, you know that it's not about you. You also know that you don't know enough to be able to tell people exactly what to do. And when you get to that, Fowler says, when you get to that space, you have regard for all beings, human and animal. You have regard for people's and respect for other people's viewpoints, knowing that you, at some point in your life, was somewhere on the spectrum of that experience. So it's not just about where we are, it's about being able to expand who we are into the community. We have gone through all of those stages, and we are at a point in our maturity as a church, and we've been here long enough and did enough, and we've expanded enough, and we survived all of the bumps that life has given us, all of the things that might have held us back. And now we're at a point where the pandemic is coming to an end, and people are still in need, and we are strong enough. We are stronger than we were before, and we know that we're in a place where we can give to those who really need that. So what I would like to do is I'd like to tell you what we've already done here at Unity of Tacoma, what we started doing, and I would like to expand that. So last year during the holidays, we provided 80 pounds of food to the homeless, and we are a small group. So we apparently know about groceries here at Unity of Tacoma. We know what it means to feed a family. We also supplied diapers and baby products twice since I've been here. Every year they do the Mother and Father's Day baby diaper drive, and we took those this year to the Family Housing Network, and they were so thrilled because baby diapers, babies use diapers. They go through them really quick. And so we've already started this movement of stepping out into the community, and now in our new location, we are in a prime spot to be able to reach people. Our Burks and Lewis IDEA project, which is Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Access, it begins a new era for us, where we had Stephan, who was here last month, and we also had Coach Rich last week, who was here, and just talking about what they're doing in the community, what they're doing for themselves, with how they are reaching out and inspiring people in the world. And so that's another step for us at Unity of Tacoma, that we are reaching out. We're going beyond the walls of the church. And for us in the near future, I would like to see us do more. I would like to see us start an opportunity to be able to start feeding the homeless again, to make sandwiches once a month, and to be able to have those connections with those people who are truly in need. I would like to see us become more involved in what's happening here at Surge. Surge has a lot of things that are going on. Coming up, we have the South Tacoma Way has a Halloween trick-or-treat thing, and I would love us to get involved with that, to be able to reach out to the community and give candy to the kids, and it also gives me an opportunity to dress up, which I really love to do. We are planning on doing another food drive over the holidays. I'd love to see that, to be able to do that for Thanksgiving again. And then we're going to adopt some families from the Family Housing Network, some homeless families, and being able to provide gifts and things for their new homes as they transition. So we're really excited to be able to be unity in the community. And this is where my vision is. And I know it seems like it's daunting, because we are just coming out of a pandemic, and we just kind of don't know what to do at this time, but we do. If we listen to our hearts and we know where the need is, then we're available and we're able to move in the direction that we need to go. We need just to go into prayer and just say, what is mine to do? And this is where my passion lies. This is where I believe that we could go as a church, and again, it's not that we're not going to do Sunday mornings here every week. We do that anyway. But let's do more. Let's do more and show people what we know, and get out from behind the door and step out and to see the whole entire world and share our lights with everyone in the world. So I believe that outreach, this mission-centered outreach, this idea that there is more, and there's more that Unity Principles can do. They can go beyond just what we've been doing and now expand. And this pandemic has given us the opportunity to be able to do it. So let's do that together. I look forward to the next couple of months where we're going to be able to create this wonderful idea of unity and community. I'm going to invite Stephan to come back, and then we're going to do a meditation on loving kindness.
I guess I better get to the mic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that talk. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Such a reminder to just love each other, be there for each other, be there for ourselves. And it's a beautiful beginning to a path worth my devotion and time. So thank you for that. And I wrote this song a number of years ago. It's called I Give God Praise. So please join in on the chorus with me. God is everything. God is all in all. God is so divine. Everlasting light. The sun that shines, the stars at night, and so much more, so much more, so much more. Every breath, every breath, every move, every move, every tree, every bird, every sound and every word, the moon in the sky and the mountains up high, and you and I, you and I, you and I. I give God thanks for all my days. I'm glad for this time. I give God praise. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. I give God praise. Give God praise. I give God praise. I give God praise. I give God praise. God is everything. God is all in all. God is so divine. Everlasting light, the sun that shines, the stars at night, and so much more, so much more, so much more.
When I grow up, I want to be like Stephan. Thank you. That was beautiful. Now that we're in that space, let's just go into meditation. Take that posture that is comfortable for you, whether you be sitting on your couch or lying on your bed, lounging in the recliner. Just get yourself into a comfortable position where you feel supported, where you can completely let go, completely relax. Just allow yourself to sink into that whatever you're sitting on. Allow it to be who you are, supporting you and hugging you and completely supporting you. And begin to focus on your breath. And as you begin to focus on your breath, bring to your attention to the inside of you, into your heart. The things that are happening outside, they're not relevant right now. Let's just bring that attention within. You feel the heaviness of your body, and you're comfortable and supported and safe. And when you're completely relaxed, completely in a space where you feel supported, I'd like you to bring to your mind's eye someone that is easy to feel love for. Someone in your life that you know, maybe it's your past or your present or your pet or your child, someone that's easy to love. Just bring them to your attention. Allow yourself to hold them in your awareness, in your consciousness. Feeling that sense of love in your heart. And as you hold them in this awareness, begin to send wishes of loving kindness to them. You may say to them, may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. And as we continue on sharing the love, remember to bring yourself back into your heart and feeling your own consciousness, your own self-awareness, and cradle yourself with that love, knowing that you are worthy of the kindness and love that you give others. And you can say to yourself, may I be happy, may I be safe, may I be healthy, and may I live with ease. And now bring your awareness back outside of you again, moving beyond your heart, but allowing that consciousness to stay attached to it. And as you are moving out, bring your awareness to someone who you may know as a acquaintance, someone that you know, maybe at the grocery store you see them, maybe a checker, or somebody that you know but you don't really know. Bring that person to mind. Hold them in your awareness of kindness and love, knowing that whoever they are, you have no idea where they are in their life right now, but they are always in need of loving kindness. And you want to say to them, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live with ease. Now, moving on from this acquaintance that you know, we want to move into a person that you might have a difficult relationship with. Someone that you struggle with, knowing that you still love them, but it's hard sometimes. Hold them in your awareness, in your consciousness, holding them in your heart, and send them loving kindness. Saying, may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. And now we want to move our consciousness and expand it out further. Expand it out to our family and our neighborhood, and our immediate community. Everyone around us right now. Send your awareness, your kindness, and your love to each and every individual. People you'll never ever see, but know that they are there. And send them loving kindness and say, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live at ease. And expanding even further out to all beings, all creatures in this world and beyond. And as you hold them in your loving kindness in your heart, send them this wonderful blessing. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live with ease. And just take a moment to sit with all this loving kindness that you have shared with the entire world, remembering that you are part of that. And we are all connected. We are all one. Now bring your awareness back into your body, feeling yourself being supported by the surface that you are on. Take that sense of compassion and loving kindness that you've created and take it with you into the world today and share it with others. And as we end this meditation, you can bring your awareness back to your body, feeling yourself sitting on the surface that you're on, taking a deep breath. And as you let it out, you begin to feel your body's physical presence, feeling your arms and legs. Another deep breath in. And as you let it out, you can open your eyes and bring your awareness and consciousness back into this physical existence. Thank you for meditating with me today. And I'm going to invite Stephan to come back with some more music.
Wow. Beautiful. So I'm working on this song that I wrote about the pandemic. So I wanted it to be happy. I remember singing it for a friend, and she was like, why didn't you really, tell us about how miserable, and I thought, that's just one side of it, right? I said, maybe you should write that version, and I'll write this version, which is fine. So anyway, it's called Overcoming. So I have a tickle in my throat right now. So somebody just talk while I get this tickle on my throat for a second.
I can talk. It's no big deal. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully it's gone. Hey, there's pollution in the air right now, can I say? Smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. The only way around something is through it. So keep on pressing on, 'cause everything is a blessing, including our obstructions. So keep on pressing on. You'll be glad when you look back that you did not give up. Overcoming with love, love. I met a man on the road, asked him where he's going, and this he told me: I am the light of the world, and so are you. So keep on shining your light. You'll be glad when you look back that you did not give up. Overcoming with love, overcoming with joy, overcoming with peace, overcoming with love, love. I met a man on the road. I asked him where he's going. I met a man on the road. I asked him where he's going, and this he told me: I am the light of the world, so are you. So keep on shining your light. You'll be glad when you look back that you did not give up. You're overcoming with love, yes, overcoming with peace, overcoming with love, overcoming with joy and peace and happiness. I'm overcoming, yes I am. I'm overcoming with love.
Thank you. Thank you. So we've come to the portion of our service where we open our hearts to give. All your donations that you send to us go to support the missions and the community outreach and the musicians that we have here at Unity of Tacoma. And everything that we get here is so, so appreciated. And we know that in our hearts that you are giving from your heart and from your prosperity. And so we really appreciate you. And as we get to this portion of giving, I'd like to tell you how to do so. So you can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Unity of Tacoma, and you can press the donate button at the top, and it'll allow you to give via credit card, or you can go to PayPal through that and donate there. There are no fees on Facebook for us, so that's wonderful. So it's an opportunity for you to be able to give to Unity of Tacoma in a really easy way. You can also go to our website at unityoftacoma.org/donate to give via PayPal. You can do that 24 hours a day. You can donate through Zelle using our telephone number 253-576-3225. Or you can mail a check to Unity of Tacoma, P.O. Box 112289, Tacoma, Washington 98411. And as we prepare to give, I'd like you to hold that intention within your hands, allowing it to flow through you and as you. This abundance is overflowing in your life. Jesus taught us in Luke 6:38, give and you will receive. You'll be given much, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It will spill into your lap. The way you give to others is the way God will give back to you. And as you visualize all this abundance and prosperity, please repeat after me. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for my blessings today. I am grateful in every way. And so it is. Amen. May the blessings of your gifts bring so many blessings back to you. Again, we are so grateful for your support here at Unity of Tacoma. Our announcements. Next Sunday, August 21st, I will be back here, and our musical guest will be David Robeck. And after our message next Sunday, which is Sunday the 21st, at 11:30 after service, we will be meeting at South Park, which is right down the way here from Surge. It's 4851 South Tacoma Way, and we're meeting for a summer picnic. So you will be receiving an email today that has an RSVP form, so please fill it out and let us know if you're going to make it so we know how many people to plan for. And also, if you have lawn chairs, bring a chair with you. So I'm not sure about the availability of seating there, so let's have extra chairs. Better have extra not to have enough. So please fill out that form, let us know that you're coming, and we look forward to seeing you at our summer picnic. If you're watching and you want to receive emails and you want to, like the one I'm going to send out today, or you want to receive our newsletter, you can subscribe on our Facebook page, on our website at unityoftacoma.org, and you just go down to the bottom of the screen, and then there'll be a form down there that you can fill out to fill out your form for the newsletter and any kind of announcements that we may have. We don't do a lot of announcements because we don't like to overwhelm people's emails, but we do want you to be involved and know what's going on. So please subscribe by going to our website. If you like what's happening up here at Unity of Tacoma, please share on your social media, whether that be Instagram or Facebook, or like us and subscribe on YouTube, and just click the bell button so you know what's coming out as far as videos or any kind of live stream that is planned. They'll let you know on YouTube. So just tell everybody what you're doing on Sunday morning by sharing on social media. If you are watching on YouTube, please comment, though, because we want to be able to communicate with you. Even though I know you're out there, I can feel your consciousness, I want to hear your voice. So please comment on the video if you're there, and let us know what you liked or what you didn't like, but please be kind, because that's kind of an important thing for us. We want loving kindness, so please allow that to be kind. And if you're watching from our website, there's an opportunity for you to comment there too underneath the video, so please do it there too. And I will comment back, and I really look forward to hearing what you have to say. Our benediction for today is very short, and I've always been and still am inspired by the Dalai Lama. And so he says, even more important than the warmth and affection we receive is the warmth and affection that we give. It is by giving warmth and affection, by having a genuine sense of concern for others, in other words, through compassion, that we gain the conditions for genuine happiness. More important than being loved, therefore, is to love. I want to thank you for joining me this morning. I'm going to invite Stephan to come back and guide us in our peace song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Please stand if you can. Please at home stand if you feel comfortable, and sing out loud if you know the words, because we'd love to hear your voice.
Yes. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. That was meant to be, with God as our center, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week, and I hope you are blessed with so much more than you anticipate. Have a wonderful week.